Some military units operate at a level where missions are rarely public, failures are unacceptable, and political consequences are real. This video explains the most elite Special Forces units in the world and what makes each one uniquely effective. Special Air Service, SAS. The Special Air Service is the United Kingdom's primary strategic special operations unit and one of the earliest modern special forces organizations. It is designed to conduct missions that sit beyond the capability or political reach of conventional forces, operating in environments where secrecy, precision, and deniability are critical. The SAS is structured around small, highly autonomous patrols rather than large assault formations. Its core operational logic is based on deep reconnaissance and direct action carried out by teams that can deploy far behind enemy lines, remain self-sufficient for extended periods, and strike targets with minimal external support. This model allows the unit to gather intelligence, sabotage infrastructure, or eliminate high-value targets without triggering large-scale military escalation. Mission sets include counterterrorism, hostage rescue, special reconnaissance, direct action, and military assistance. Special reconnaissance emphasizes long-duration surveillance, where operators observe enemy movements, communications, and logistics while remaining undetected. Direct action missions involve raids, ambushes, or precision strikes, designed to disrupt or neutralize enemy leadership and capabilities. Operationally, the SAS functions as a national strategic asset. It can be tasked directly by the highest levels of government and is routinely integrated with intelligence agencies and allied special forces. Its deployment footprint is deliberately low visibility, allowing it to operate in politically sensitive regions without overt military presence. While the British model emphasizes long-range patrols and deep reconnaissance, the United States developed a unit focused on rapid surgical assault against the highest-level threats. Delta Force. Delta Force is the United States Army's premier national-level counterterrorism and direct action unit, built specifically to conduct missions that demand absolute precision, speed, and secrecy. It operates as a strategic tool of the U.S. government, tasked with resolving threats that conventional forces and even standard special operations units are not designed to handle. Unlike units organized around battalions or companies, Delta Force is structured around small, mission-focused assault elements. These elements are assembled and tailored based on the specific target, environment, and threat profile. This flexible structure allows Delta to rapidly adapt between hostage rescue, manhunting, covert raids, and sensitive capture or kill operations without relying on a fixed organizational template. The unit's core mission set centers on counterterrorism, hostage rescue, and direct action against high-value targets. Counterterrorism operations emphasize rapid, overwhelming control of confined spaces such as aircraft, ships, and urban buildings. Hostage rescue missions are planned around speed, surprise, and violence of action, with operators trained to make split-second decisions in environments where civilians and adversaries are intermingled. Delta Force operators undergo continuous training in room clearing, target discrimination, and coordinated team movement in complex structures. This training is supported by advanced marksmanship, breaching techniques, and the integration of intelligence and surveillance assets that allow assaults to be rehearsed in detail before execution. Delta Force operates under a deliberately opaque command and support structure. Its activities are closely tied to national intelligence priorities, and its deployments are often unacknowledged. This level of discretion allows it to conduct operations in politically sensitive regions while minimizing diplomatic fallout and public visibility. Unlike expeditionary forces designed for overseas missions, Russia's elite counterterrorism capability is built primarily to confront internal threats on home soil. FSB Alpha Group. FSB Alpha Group is Russia's premier domestic counterterrorism and crisis response unit, operating under the Federal Security Service rather than the conventional armed forces. Its purpose is to neutralize high-risk internal threats that pose an immediate danger to state security, particularly those involving terrorism, hostage situations, or armed insurgents within Russian territory. Alpha Group is structured around rapid reaction assault elements designed for intense, close-range engagements. Unlike military special forces that may operate abroad for extended periods, Alpha's operational model prioritizes speed of deployment and decisive action within densely populated environments. Its teams are optimized to enter contested spaces quickly, dominate the threat, and regain state control with minimal delay. The unit's primary mission set focuses on counterterrorism and hostage rescue. This includes aircraft hijackings, building seizures, transportation hubs, and fortified urban positions. Operations are typically conducted under extreme time pressure, where delay increases risk to civilians or strategic infrastructure. Alpha's doctrine emphasizes immediate containment, followed by direct assault rather than prolonged negotiation or siege. Training within Alpha Group is centered on urban combat and close-quarters battle. Operators are drilled extensively in room clearing, stairwell movement, breaching, and coordinated assaults in confined spaces. Marksmanship training prioritizes target discrimination and engagement accuracy at very short distances, reflecting the unit's frequent exposure to mixed civilian combatant environments. Operationally, Alpha Group functions as a state security instrument rather than an expeditionary force. Its deployments are tightly controlled, highly classified, and directly linked to internal security priorities. This makes Alpha distinct from foreign-focused special operations units, as its legitimacy and authority are rooted in domestic counterterrorism law and state emergency powers. Where Russia's approach is driven by state security doctrine, France applies elite force through a law enforcement framework with military-grade capability. GIGN is France's national counterterrorism and high-risk intervention unit, operating under the Gendarmerie Nationale rather than the regular armed forces. Its role is to resolve extreme security incidents that threaten civilian life, national stability, or critical infrastructure, particularly in situations where law enforcement capabilities alone are insufficient. The unit is structured to handle a wide spectrum of crisis scenarios, from tightly controlled domestic operations to deployments overseas in support of French interests. GIGN maintains assault elements, sniper observer teams, negotiation specialists, and operational support components, all designed to work as an integrated system during complex incidents. This structure allows it to shift between negotiation-led resolutions and immediate armed intervention depending on the threat environment. GIGN's core mission areas include counterterrorism, hostage rescue, armed arrest of high-risk individuals, and protection of sensitive sites and personnel. Hostage rescue operations focus on precision entry, controlled use of force, and rapid neutralization of attackers to minimize risk to civilians. Counterterrorism missions may involve aircraft, ships, prisons, public venues, or fortified buildings, often under intense political and media pressure. Training within GIGN places heavy emphasis on decision-making under legal and ethical constraints. Operators are required to apply force with extreme discrimination, as most missions occur in civilian settings governed by law enforcement rules of engagement rather than military combat doctrine. This is reinforced through advanced close-quarters battle training, sniper integration, explosive breaching, and medical response under fire. Operationally, GIGN serves as a bridge between military-grade capability and domestic law enforcement authority. It can be deployed rapidly across metropolitan France or abroad, operating with full legal mandate while retaining the tactical sophistication of elite special operations forces. In contrast to Western models shaped by legal restraint and negotiation, China's elite counterterrorism unit is structured for rapid, decisive internal control. Snow Leopard Commando Unit. The Snow Leopard Commando Unit is China's primary national-level counterterrorism force, tasked with responding to severe internal security threats that exceed the capabilities of standard police or paramilitary units. It operates under the People's Armed Police framework and is designed to protect state stability, major urban centers, and high-profile national events. The unit is organized around specialized assault and support elements, built for rapid response in densely populated environments. Its structure prioritizes speed, coordination, and overwhelming control of contested spaces, allowing it to intervene quickly in scenarios where delays could result in mass casualties or political destabilization. Operations are planned to be short in duration, but decisive in outcome. The Snow Leopard Commando Unit's mission set centers on counterterrorism, hostage rescue, and armed intervention against organized violent threats. Typical scenarios include attacks on public infrastructure, transportation systems, government facilities, and major international events. These missions emphasize immediate neutralization of hostile actors and rapid restoration of security rather than prolonged containment operations. Training focuses heavily on urban close-quarters combat. Operators are conditioned for assaults in high-rise buildings, transit systems, and confined indoor spaces where civilians are present. Marksmanship training emphasizes controlled, precise fire at short ranges, while breaching skills are tailored to reinforce doors, barricaded interiors, and complex structural layouts. Operationally, the Snow Leopard Commando Unit functions as a visible symbol of China's counterterrorism readiness, While most of its activities remain classified, its public role during major national events demonstrates its purpose: rapid, forceful intervention to eliminate threats and maintain internal order with minimal disruption. Germany's special forces shift the focus away from internal security and back toward military operations conducted with strict political oversight. KSK Kommando Spezialkräfte is Germany's primary military special operations unit, created to provide the federal government with a discrete and highly capable force for missions that cannot be handled by conventional troops. It operates under the German Army and is designed for precision operations in politically sensitive or high-risk environments, both domestically and abroad. Structurally, KSK is built around small, independent operational elements designed for flexibility rather than mass. These elements are designed to deploy rapidly, operate with minimal logistical footprint, and execute missions that require stealth, detailed planning, and controlled application of force. The unit's organization allows it to shift between reconnaissance-focused missions and direct action without altering its core structure. Its primary mission sets include special reconnaissance, direct action, counterterrorism support, and recovery operations such as personnel extraction. Special reconnaissance involves covert surveillance of enemy forces, leadership, or infrastructure over extended periods, often in hostile territory. Direct action missions include raids, ambushes, and targeted strikes against high-value objectives. Counterterrorism tasks are typically conducted in support of national authorities rather than as a standing domestic role. Training within KSK emphasizes adaptability and precision. Operators are trained extensively in land navigation, survival, advanced marksmanship, demolitions, and small unit tactics. A significant focus is placed on operating in diverse environments, including mountains, forests, urban terrain, and extreme climates. This environmental versatility reflects Germany's requirement to deploy the unit across a wide range of international missions. Operationally, KSK functions as a strategic military asset with strict political oversight. Its missions are closely controlled at the federal level, and its activities are rarely publicized. This low-visibility posture allows Germany to contribute elite capabilities to international security efforts while maintaining tight control over escalation and political exposure. While Germany prioritizes controlled precision, Australia's elite force is built around endurance, distance, and operating far from conventional support. SASR. The Special Air Service Regiment is Australia's primary strategic special operations unit, designed to conduct missions that require long-range reach, operational independence, and extreme discretion. It operates under the Australian Army and serves as a national-level capability for tasks that exceed the scope of conventional forces. SASR is structured around small patrol-based elements optimized for deep reconnaissance and precision direct action. These patrols are designed to infiltrate denied or remote areas, operate with limited external support, and remain effective for extended periods. This structure allows the regiment to function in vast geographic spaces, including deserts, jungles, mountains, and coastal regions. The regiment's core mission sets include special reconnaissance, direct action, counterterrorism, and military assistance. Special reconnaissance focuses on gathering intelligence in hostile or politically sensitive areas, often requiring operators to remain concealed for long durations while monitoring enemy activity. Direct action missions involve raids, ambushes, and targeted strikes against high-value objectives. Training within SASR places heavy emphasis on self-reliance and environmental mastery. Operators are trained extensively in navigation, surveillance, demolitions, advanced marksmanship, and combat medicine. Maritime insertion, airborne operations, and long-range vehicle patrol techniques are integral to maintaining operational reach across Australia's regional security environment. Operationally, SASR functions as a strategic instrument of Australian national power. Its deployments are typically classified and tightly controlled, allowing Australia to project precise military influence while minimizing visibility and escalation. Canada's approach blends expeditionary capability with extreme discretion, operating quietly alongside allies rather than independently in the spotlight. JTF-2. Joint Task Force 2 is Canada's premier national-level special operations and counterterrorism unit, tasked with addressing threats that require rapid, precise, and highly controlled use of force. It operates under Canadian Special Operations Forces Command and serves as a strategic asset available for both domestic and international missions. JTF-2 is organized around small, highly trained assault and support elements designed for flexibility and rapid deployment. These elements can be configured for hostage rescue, direct action, or sensitive security tasks, allowing the unit to respond effectively across a wide range of scenarios. The emphasis on modular organization enables JTF-2 to integrate seamlessly with intelligence services and allied special forces when required. The unit's primary mission sets include counterterrorism, hostage rescue, special reconnaissance, and direct action. Counterterrorism operations focus on rapid intervention in high-risk situations involving civilians, critical infrastructure, or national security threats. Hostage rescue missions prioritize precision, speed, and strict target discrimination. Training within JTF-2 emphasizes adaptability and operational discretion. Operators are trained extensively in close-quarters battle, advanced marksmanship, breaching, surveillance techniques, and combat medicine. A strong focus is placed on interoperability with other Canadian and allied units, reflecting Canada's frequent participation in multinational operations. Operationally, JTF-2 maintains a deliberately low public profile. Its missions are rarely acknowledged, and its operational details remain classified. This discretion allows the unit to conduct sensitive operations while preserving political flexibility and national security. Unlike Canada's Expeditionary Special Forces, Japan's elite unit operates domestically under police authority, not military command. SAT. The Special Assault Team is Japan's elite national counterterrorism and armed intervention unit, operating under the National Police Agency rather than the military. It exists to respond to extreme security incidents that exceed standard police capabilities, particularly those involving heavily armed suspects, hostage situations, or organized terrorist threats within densely populated urban environments. SAT is structured around compact assault elements supported by sniper observer teams and specialized breaching personnel. This structure is optimized for rapid deployment and precise action in confined spaces such as buildings, public transport systems, and critical infrastructure sites. Operations are designed to be short, controlled, and decisive, minimizing risk to civilians and preventing escalation. The unit's core mission sets include hostage rescue, counterterrorism, and armed arrest of high-risk individuals. Hostage rescue operations focus on speed, synchronization, and absolute control of the engagement area. Counterterrorism tasks emphasize immediate neutralization of threats to public safety, particularly in scenarios involving firearms, explosives, or coordinated attacks. Training within SAT is heavily centered on close-quarters combat and marksmanship. Operators are drilled extensively in room clearing, stairwell movement, precision shooting, and coordinated entry techniques. Because most operations take place in civilian settings, training emphasizes target discrimination and disciplined use of force under strict legal frameworks. Operationally, the Special Assault Team represents Japan's highest level of armed internal security response. Its deployments are rare, tightly controlled, and typically classified, reflecting its role as a last resort force for safeguarding public order and national stability. Each of these units operates at the absolute edge of what modern states can deploy. If you want to go deeper, check out the individual breakdowns on the channel, where each unit's structure, missions, and capabilities are explained in full detail.